Hello, my name is Stella, and today I'll be telling the story, The Three Bears. Once upon a time, there were three bears that lived in the woods together. One was a little wee bear, another was a middle-sized bear, and the other was a great big bear. And they all had their own bowls for porridge. The little wee bear had a little wee bowl. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bowl, and the great big bear had a great big bowl. They also had their own chairs to sit in. The little wee bear had a little wee chair, the middle-sized bear had a middle-sized chair, and the great big bear had a great big chair. And they also had their own beds to sleep in. The little wee bear had his own little wee bed. The middle-sized bear had her own middle-sized bed. And the great big bear had his own great big bed. One morning, they made porridge and poured it into their bowls. It was too hot, so they decided to go for a walk until it cooled. While they were going on their walk, a little girl named Goldilocks came to their house. She first looked through the window, and second, she looked through the keyhole. There was nobody inside, so Goldilocks turned the handle of the door and opened. The door was unlocked because the bears were trusting bears. So they trusted others, so they thought that people would trust them. So Goldilocks walked into their house and saw the porridge on the table. She didn't stop 1 second to think whose porridge it was, and she went straight in. She first took a taste of the great big bear's porridge. It was too hot. And then she took a taste of the middle-sized bear's porridge. It was too cold. And then she took a taste of the little wee bear's bowl. It was not too hot, not too cold. It was just right that she ate it right up. Then she went to the living room. She sat in the great big bear's chair. It was too hard. And then she sat in the middle-sized bear's chair. It was too soft. Then she sat in the little wee bear's chair. It was not too hard, not too soft. It was just right that she rocked back and forth and back and forth until the bottom of the chair hit right to the floor. When she went to the floor and then went to the bedrooms. She first went to the great big bear's bed. It was too high at the head. And then she went to the middle-sized bear's bed. It was too high at the legs. Then she went to the little wee bear's bed. It was not too high at the head, not too high at the legs. It was just right that she tucked herself in and fell asleep. While she was sleeping, the three bears came back to their home. When they walked in, they first noticed they walked in to eat their porridge. But one Goldilocks had eaten some, so they didn't know. But the first one that noticed was the great big bear. He said, "Somebody's been tasting my porridge," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Then the middle-sized bear said, "Somebody has been taste my porridge," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his bowl, and he said, "Somebody has been tasting my porridge and ate it all up," said the little wee bear in his little wee voice. Then they went to the living room to go sit. Great Big Bear noticed first and he said, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the Great Big Bear in his great big voice. Then the middle-sized bear went to her chair. She said, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized bear in a middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear sat and saw his turn. He said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair and sat right through it," said the little wee bear, crying. Then they went to their bedrooms. The great big bear noticed first. He said, "Somebody has been messing with my pillow," said the bear. The great big bear in his great big voice. Then the middle-sized bear went to her bed. She said, "Somebody has moved my let me think. My covers," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. And then the little wee bear went to his bed. He said, "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and they're still there," said the little wee bear in his little wee voice. All the bears looked at Goldilocks while she was lying. That she heard when Goldilocks opened one of her eyes as she saw as she got awoken by the bears talking. Then she was so frightened that she jumped out of bed, ran to the window, and ran right out of the window. She ran and ran without looking back. And nobody saw Goldilocks ever again, and the bears never saw Goldilocks ever again too. The end.